Give me a second here. Make sure he's on his way. Okay. Let me just look for him, make sure he's up here. How's everybody doing tonight? It is officially what? 8:08. I'm trying to get my guest to come on. Just find where he's at. Mm-hmm. Pablo. Mm-hmm. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope the day's going well. Okay. So today's issue, today I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things in reference to. Hey, cause what's up, sweetie? Today's gonna be talking about a lot of things in reference to girls and issues and stuff like that. I don't really want to start the show until he comes in, and we're gonna talk about a lot of things in reference to the girls. Basically, some issues that you want to discuss about the girls, and basically about the girl who basically went, I guess, viral because she was talking in reference to tricking men. Being a trans woman, she was tricking men, and she thought it was okay. So I'm just texting him to let him know, cause hey Philip, hey Martabelle. There was a video that went around basically about a girl stating that he didn't know she was trans, and basically she put his face in the video and stuff. And we want to talk about those issues at hand. Basically, a lot of girls feel as though, you know, they can move forward that way because they feel as though it's more accepted in the world and they can move forward. And I want to share this entertainment, what I've entertained with the storyline over to someone else that feels uncomfortable. They feel as though they're setting Two Spirit women back many years because of misinformed information, misinformed on lives. And even though I do the stories on the girls being murdered, for some reason, a lot of girls don't quite get this in reference to us being killed. So let me just see here. 7 of the guests is coming on. And how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody's okay? I'm just trying to make sure it's coming. Yeah, asked me to come on because he wanted to talk about emergency. Now, in case y'all don't know, it was a girl basically stating that he didn't know she was he didn't know she was trans, and basically she put his picture out there and stuff, and basically a situation which is basically where we get murdered. Now, for some reason, a lot of girls feel as though they're young and they feel as though the world has changed and they feel as though um, we have the right. And even though you may have the right to live in your truth, you have to be fair. And you're basically putting a man on blast. I don't want to say too much about the story. Hey, January. So I don't basically want to talk about too much of the story because I wanted to be basically him chiming in because he wanted to talk about it because he's a trans attracted man, and he wanted to talk about the issues that the fact that it says the girls back many years, the girls being murdered, the girls being killed, and wait a minute, just hit me. Okay, he's almost on his way, y'all. So he wants to talk about the fact that the girls setting other girls back. For some reason, I don't know what it is. You can't make girls do what they want to do because we're people. Everybody comes to this channel differently. Everybody moves differently. Even though I could try to save the girls, for some reason some girls come with shovels. And some people say, what do you mean by shovels, Raven? When I say shovels, that mean that no matter how much I scream, holler, and cry, girls for some reason just want to be killed. I think in a lot of ways the girls feel as though he's cute, so he won't kill me. Or better yet, I'm beautiful. He won't kill me because I'm beautiful. And the thing about it is that you're forgetting who you are, and you're forgetting how you start. And with the stigma of society and stuff, people feel as they have the right to kill another person. Let's be clear here. People have killed people for stepping on their toes. People have killed people for looking at them funny. People have killed people just for the fact of killing people. Killing a person is not right. No one should play God, but unfortunately, a lot of times these girls feel that it's so beautiful that they won't be murdered. They're not thinking about their mothers, they're not thinking about their fathers, sisters, brothers, whatever the case may be. They feel as though I'm so beautiful, he won't kill me. He'd be so mesmerized. And at the end of the day, they're forgetting that he may mentally think the way society thinks. He may mentally feel as though you should be killed. I don't want to speak too forward because I'm trying to wait for the other person to come on and reference to the story and stuff because I want to say too much. But the thing that gets me within the most, okay, let's just say this. I'm just gonna, talk to y'all a little bit before he shows up. This is the thing. Here it is. You're a two-spirit woman. You're exposed to the man. You're not hiding his face. You're not hiding anything. Now, when you're a girl that's doing this type of thing, you don't know if he comes from the hood. You know if he comes from a gang. You know if he comes from anti-violence. You don't know if he hates people like you. Now, when you do this type of thing, you have to think about if his friends and his boys gonna start pumping stuff in his head. You know what? She didn't care. She didn't care about you. So why should you care about him? Why should you care about her? So here it is. His boys is clowning him for messing with you. He didn't know what you was, and now they're like, "Oh, you knew what she was. You lying. You front." Now he has to redeem himself, which means that, God forbid, he shoots you over bullets so he can save face for society. Let's be clear. No one should be killed. No one should be murdered. But the thing about it is, a lot of times, I don't think you girls think just because you're cute. A lot of y'all girls feel as though you're invulnerable. I mean, that you just can't be murdered because you're so pretty. Like your pretty gene is going to save you. A lot of men are unstable. A lot of men are fragile. A lot of men can't be men. A lot of men look for other men to make them men, unfortunately. Hi, hi, Cloud. How are you? C. Cola. And unfortunately, a lot of men can't stand in their truth. If we can get a lot of men to stand in their truth and say, you know what, this is what I like, this is what I'm into, I don't care what nobody say, it will be a better world. Let's be honest. The DL life is bigger than the LGBT. A lot of times people don't understand who's sleeping with these girls or who's sleeping with these men. They're thinking they're gay. No. Straight men are in the girls' beds. Straight men are in the gay men's bed. Straight men. And for some reason, people feel as though, well, it doesn't make sense because if he's with you, he wouldn't be straight. Yes, but he's with us as he's with you. The reason why he's with a lot of biological females or some of the males, because they feel as though if they tell you their truth, you're going to shoot them down. So they're going to sneak, they're going to hide, they don't care. And when you ask them, they're not going to say the truth because they know what society does. Here in Panama, stupid country, don't like trans people. Exactly, Marta Bell. Hey, Empress Janet, how are you, Mama? It's the truth, right, January? So the thing about it is, I really feel as though a lot of girls feel as though they're so pretty that they won't be killed. Um, I'm still waiting for him to come on. But it's really sad. Oops. But it's really sad. Okay. It's really sad because a lot of times I don't think people be thinking that your mother needs you to come home, your father needs you to come home, and you're just thinking of sex. You're thinking of kissing, intimacy, You're not thinking with your brain. You're not. And the thing about it is, if you do find a man that you're interested in, if you do find a man that you may be, want to move forward, start it off with honesty. Let him decide whether he want to be with you or not. However, there are a lot of biological men that dog women. There are a lot of biological men that does a lot of things. They're real people. There's not a handbook for every person. Every person moves differently. Every man that dates a girl, some women hate men. They with men because they feel as they're supposed to. So men be like, I don't understand. I give the woman everything she wants. I love her. I treat her good, but she doesn't want you. She is a gay woman. She loves women. But for some reason, we feel as though people work as a handbook. We're real people. We don't do handbooks. We beat our own drum and stuff. Hey Laura, I miss you watching the conference call with other girls. I'm just starting. I'm waiting for a guy to come on. We're talking about basically the girl that went viral, stating that the guy didn't know where she was, and whether it was, what's the thing called? Lighting. What's the thing called? January gaslighting. If Leslie was gaslighting, what she wanted for views, whether she wanted for viral, I do not know. Because for some reason we don't know whether it's pranks, we know if it's real, we know it's fake. We live in a world where people do things that don't really think with their brain. And then every girl does not think that some young girl is following her. Every girl that lives in their truth, remember, there's some younger girl following you. She may not be standing in front of you. She may not be standing in front of you, and have stood in front of you to basically let you know she exists. But she's watching your pattern, and you tricking men, let you know she could trick men. Then her following your pattern as far as your educational ways, you will get her killed. So basically, I'm trying to express the fact of the matter is that let's be fair. In order to get equality and people understand our truth, we have to be fair. Trans women are very beautiful. The world is now just open up for trans. Yes, it's opened up a little bit, but it has to open up to the extreme, the way that they think. They feel as though things can move forward, but it doesn't move that way. I just did another murder. They're being murdered. And the thing about the matter is that I'm doing the murders. I'm letting people know that we're being murdered out here. And most times we've been murdered by people who already know who it was. Not saying it's always set in stone, but the thing about it is we have to think about the younger girl that's behind you. I want to share this video because I want you to know there is a younger girl behind you that's watching you that you don't know. So your example, letting her know that it's okay to trick me, will get her killed. And the simple fact of the matter is that I know a lot of girls are like, well, that's not my problem. I don't care. It should be your problem. You should care. Because she was falling behind you. And she did what you did. And now she's dead. So be more responsible when you do these type of things, in my opinion. And I know a lot of girls not gonna listen to me. I really wish you would. Because everybody deserves a chance to live their life and their truth. But the message that people are wanting to discriminate against us is that you're tricking us, that you're tricking the men. My thing is, I always say this before, help me keep my sisters alive. Help me keep my sisters alive. I'm tired of doing stories on my 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old sisters murdered. Murdered. And for what? Over sex. How do you have sex with a man and end up murdered? How do you have sex with a man and murdered? My thing is this is that somewhere along the line there's a miscommunication. Somewhere along the line they're being misinformed. Somewhere along the line. There was a girl that was basically videotaping the fact that she was having sex with men and she's dead. Allegedly, she had a $5,000 hit put on her, and she got murdered. Now, I don't know if it was accurate as far as the information that was put out there, but basically it was $5,000 to kill her, and now she's dead. And for what? She exposed them, and it was fun. It was fun. It was tricking them. But the thing about it is, you don't know the background of these men. Just because he's cute, don't mean he won't kill you. Thank you, January. And the thing about it is that y'all need to be more responsible. Some of my younger baby sisters out there, and I just wish y'all be more. If you don't know what you're doing, love your mother enough to not make her stand over you in a coffin. Love your father enough to not make him stand over you in a coffin. Love your family enough not to make them stand over you in a coffin over sex. Nobody wants to sit there looking at your child dead over some sex. I understand you may have your sexual needs and stuff like that, but there are a lot of men out here. There are billions and billions of men out here. And you can find a man. Just don't be so involved in a sexual act. You'll never find happiness with the man that you trick. Because he's always gonna be upset with you and how you got him there. So you have to be well, hopefully you should be fair. The same when you want somebody to be fair to you, be fair to him. It's pretty simple. You can't get happiness by deceit and harm and hurtful. Be careful how you move. It's an old song that Michael Jackson sang. Be careful the life you say, the life you say may be your own. And unfortunately, a lot of times girls are not even thinking that way. I'm still waiting for the guy to show up. You know, so I don't know. How's everybody doing today? It's about to storm out here in South. I don't want to be here all night, but I definitely want to leave a message to my young baby sisters out here. Be careful. Do not trick people. Be fair. Because they're already saying we tricking them. They're already saying we tricking them. They're already saying we doing this. They're already saying that, and which is not accurate. But the sad part about it is, if you give people bullets for the gun, they're gonna use it. They're gonna use it. So here it is. I was looking at a story about another girl that got murdered. Um, she got murdered. She had the whole full section. She had everything done. Her name was Carmen. She had the section and everything. The guys who killed her got the walk. They got the walk. Because basically she had the section and everything, stuff like that. How the story goes, people that were supposed to be the witness stated that they didn't really see who shot her. But she's dead. She's dead. He has he had sex with her and killed her after the fact because he found out what she was. My thing is this: you have no right to kill anyone. It's okay to get mad, it's okay to get upset, but the simple fact of the matter is that she's dead now. And what's even more insult to injury, it didn't even get that much airplay as far as the girls being murdered. All they had to say was, well, she tricked her. She tricked him. And it's like, oh, well, she got what she deserved. Now that you transition or not, a lot of times people don't see nothing but what it once was. We live in a very hypocrite world. Very hypocrite. I do this, but don't do that. I do this, but don't do that. I'm here. I don't know how to connect. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see. You're not, wait a minute. Here is the let's try this again. Here is the thing right here. Um, Kevin, there's a link. Click on that link, Kevin. Wait a minute. Here's the link, Kevin. Click on that link right there and make sure you join up there. You see the link I just gave you? Click on that link because I can pull you into there. And once I see you click on it, join, then this is where I can pull you in on there. I'll pull you in. Did you see that, Kevin? I'm looking for you over here, so I need you to join us so this way, because for some reason I don't see you up here. Click on that link right there, and I will add you up here to have. Because I just click on your name and it doesn't. It's saying that you haven't joined yet. So I need you to. It doesn't have you as join yet. Because once you join, it's going to change to say invite. So click on that link, which you go straight to. Why does it sound like fireworks? No, it can't be. These people doing fireworks out here. I want to be added. In order to be added, y'all got to click on that link. You got to click on that link right there I just sent you, and you have to join HAPS. Once you join HAPS, I can add you. Let me see something for a minute, Rebecca. Oh, that's thunder. That's thunder. Okay. Okay. You have to let me see if I can find you. I don't see as of yet. So make sure you join HAPS and stuff so I can add you up here and stuff. And I want to basically make sure everybody come on here. We got the conversation. Give me 1 second, be right back. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay, let me see if I can get everybody up here. Let me see. Let me see. Set this back a little bit. Let me see if I got any invites yet. No one's come on yet. Let me see. I'm just stormed by. It's just storm. Yeah, I can't believe it's storming like that. It's really like raining a lot over here and stuff. It's like thunder and everything. It sounds like a lot of thunder and stuff. So it's a lot going on once again. Let me see if Kevin is up here yet. Waiting for him. Let's see if he's on. Still doesn't join. So how's everybody doing today? This is definitely, let me see. Give me a second. Still trying to get somebody to join up here. Enable push notifications. Oh, wait a minute. I think I seen him. I think I seen Kevin. Wait a minute. I think this is Kevin. People you may know. Show more. Kevin. Found him. Go Kevin. Okay. I found Kevin. Hmm. I found him. Yay! I found Kevin. Kevin, I just found you. Check your I just invited you, sweetie. I just invited you. Check your inside of your box. I just invited you inside now. I found you. So check your invite. I just clicked on your name. You see you should be coming in soon. Okay, I found you. Let's see, I'm waiting for you to come in. Check your inbox, Kevin, because I found you and you should be able to come in now. Check inside. Ooh. Check your maybe it's gonna pull you in. I see you in the inbox and stuff. I it's probably going a little slow, but I see you. Check inside your inbox part. It should be coming in. Cannot connect. Here is the y'all funny. Let me see. If y'all want to join HAPS, here go the HAPS thing right here. Here's the HAPS link. Click on the link, join the HAPS, and you can come into live. There's the HAPS right there. So there's the HAPS. I'm waiting for Kevin. Kevin, go in your inbox because I got you up here. Look into the broadcaster's permission because I invited you, but I don't know if you can see it because I don't know what your end looks like. But I invite you. All you do is accept the invite. I sent it again. Accept the invite. Once you accept the invite, okay. Accept the invite. Okay. Let me see. Go inside your inbox. This is a broadcast permission. I invited you in. Oh, you got. Somebody's coming. Yummy's coming. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, here come Yummy,
Hello.
everybody. Hey, Yummy. Let
Hey.
me see if I can bring you in. Okay, Yummy came straight in. How are you, Yummy?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. Where's Kevin? To my hold on. What's going on?
Well, I definitely appreciate you for talking to the young ladies that come after us. I like that point that you made. That we may not know they're watching us, but they're
Right.
watching steps. They're looking at how we get down, how we move. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a, I'm glad that we're on this topic because um I'll keep it 100. And I'm not gonna say I'm proud of it, and I'm not gonna and
And do me a
you
favor.
know
Do me a favor. Do not give your location. Do not give your state. Okay.
okay.
All right.
Um, I don't really tell anybody about me being a transgender either,
Okay.
and the reason being that why I didn't tell anybody is because all of my life I'm from a different demographic, a different age group. In the
Okay.
age group that I'm from, we didn't know too much about transgender or any name for what we were. All we
Mm-hmm.
knew was that we didn't, feel like men. We didn't
Right.
feel like biological men. And what we did identify with as women wasn't defined as a word at that time. Or if it was unfamiliar to me in my
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle. So growing up, I was always told she, her pronouns. I would correct them and tell them, no, it's a he, it's not a she. And after a while of trying to correct them,
There we go.
Here come Kevin. Hey,
ninth
Kevin.
grade came. Hey,
Hey,
Kevin.
what's going on? How you
Wait a
doing?
minute. Yummy's talking right now. Go ahead, Mama. Yummy's talking right now. Go ahead, Mama.
So in a ninth grade, my music teacher told me that, hey, it's okay to want to be a girl or see myself as a girl. And being
Mm,
that other people see me as a girl, don't tell them that they're wrong. My boyfriend in 10th grade told me everybody knows that you're biologically male. However, if you tell them that you're biologically male, it'll make them feel uncomfortable, and of course they will look at you as a man. So I grew up with those two things in my head, and I didn't tell people in the beginning of my life, beginning of my 20s, and I didn't know why everybody thought it was even important to tell. My
Can I ask you
mom
a
always told.
question? Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
cutting you off.
No.
Let me ask you this question. Your boyfriend said everybody knows, but do you honestly think that everybody knew, or he just said that because there is insecurity? Because I learned with a lot of men, when they feel as though you're passable, because clearly everybody said who you was, and they knew who you were, but by him, a lot of these men do, they try to take down your self-esteem. Oh, everybody know what you are. Don't you think that anything differently? I've learned that within myself that a lot of times they'll try to put the poison inside of your head. Instead of being your friend, they kind of want to make you think differently about yourself.
Bingo. And the reason he said everybody knows, and this situation is a little background to the story. We went to school together,
Hmm.
and everybody knew me as my biological name. Everybody, I grew up with these people. So he was saying, um, I don't know, if you know this, but everybody knows that you're biological male, but they treat you as female because that's how you act. You hang out with the cheerleaders, so you're hanging out with them, so they're gonna treat you as one of them. So continue to act like that and don't change up when they come around because you want to fit in with the boys. And that's what he was saying. My mom used to tell me as a little child, if people called me a girl, they had to be crazy because I was the ugliest girl she ever seen. Now,
That's
fast
just like
forward
my mother.
to being a grown up, she was like, well, I told you that, because you were my son, and I didn't want you to feel that you were different because you do look biologically female. Now, I went in my 20s not telling people that I was transgender. I thank Jesus nothing ever happened to me. I don't recommend it. It's been times where my pants have been taken down. I haven't been able to tuck, and the Lord made them see a vagina when they should have seen a diamond. And I thank the Lord for it. Now, what you're saying to the young ladies is that that kind of lifestyle is dangerous. I don't promote it either. I do notice that if somebody knows I'm transgender, they treat me totally different than how
Amen.
it naturally. And I don't want that. I don't want to feel like I'm so different from every other woman. But I definitely know that my sisters, my girls, these youngins, my little baby sisters, I'm
Hmm.
31 years old. They're dying.
They're
We're
not
both
dying, they're being murdered.
murdered, period.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like you said, it's not good to trick. Because I had one boyfriend, his name was, I'm not going to tell no names, but I met him when I was 18 years old. We had sex on the regular as an 18-year-old. At 26 years old, I went back to my hometown. I wanted to have a one night stand with this ex boyfriend because I said, hey, I always had sex with him before. He
Right.
asked me, why are you putting me, while we're having sex, he says, why are you putting me in your ass? Pardon me, your butt. Why aren't you putting me in your vagina? In
Right.
that moment, it clicked to me that he did not know all of those years having sex with me, that he was having sex with my anus.
But
And
let me ask you this,
I'm,
honey. How
mhm.
could a man have sex with you and not know that you're putting it in one spot? My thing is this, I'm not taking away from your story, but my thing is that um how can you not see your whole body?
Well, I always disguised and hid the diamond because my first boyfriend told me as long as you don't, and I call it a diamond. I don't call it a penis or
Okay,
anything of that nature. But he said
that's fine.
they don't want to see that. So as long as
Right.
you're disguising and hiding that, you're perfectly fine. I have really, really thick legs. I've always been, naturally blessed with thick thighs. And there were either two ways I did it when I was younger. I would either have the gentleman have sex with my thighs, and even ladies I've spoken with, and you probably have experienced this too. Sometimes guys don't know what they're feeling. As long as it feels good, hot, wet, and nice, they'll come in anything and everything. So I used to have guys have sex with my thighs at some point. Then there were some guys that were like, oh no, I know that's your thighs. And they would go, try to feel for the vagina, and I'll put them in my anus. And I did that
I never
for a
I never
long time.
went through that because for some reason with me, men are very visual and I don't think I could get away with due to the fact that you said you're a little thicker. I'm thinner, so men are very but I'm the worst in the bed. Let's just start there. But men are very visual with me, and I think I'm more like the video vixen type of thing. So it's more like I'm not a real person. I'm more of the fantasy than the reality. So you probably more of the reality, but I'm more of the fantasy, the person that's not real. So when they look at me, they don't really experience my heart, my spirit. They just want to experience the Pornhub and the video vixen, if that makes sense. But let me
But
just
they
put
want. Mhm.
let me just put Kevin in on for a second. Let's hear from him for a few seconds. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right. We were talking in reference to a lot of things in reference to the girls tricking men and stuff like that. And, it was something you had wanted to talk about in reference to the girl video that went viral about the girl basically tricking men. And she stated that, he didn't know what she was and stuff like that. And everybody welcome Kevin and Yummy, but this is Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. So you had wanted to speak in that in reference to the girls tricking men. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's dangerous. I mean, and I mean, it's bad when you have all these, all how can I say, all of these icons like
Mm-hmm.
like MJ Rodriguez, Peppermint, um,
Patty.
uh, but them, trying to what I'm saying, trying to make it seem that it's cool, what I mean, that that it shouldn't be the main focus of who you like, right? But she brings it back to am I being tricked? Just that video alone is going to raise a lot of eyebrows now.
Yeah,
A lot of eyebrows.
she's living a dangerous life.
Um, I don't
I think
know why she felt that she had to do that. I don't know if she was trying to prove a point, that she was, I guess, passable or whatnot. You know what I mean? But the first thing that came to my mind was what's going through his mind if he sees this video,
that's true.
you know,
And
and
on top
how
of that,
long,
God,
uh,
I'm sorry. No, I was saying on top of that, if that video goes viral and his boys see that video, they may tell him he needs to handle that. See,
yeah,
she's not thinking of
And
everything
I
that.
ran through that. I actually went through that, not to cut you guys off, but I am a video, I'm a cam girl,
Okay.
and I get on camera and I have a good time. And at first, because I don't believe in passable, I hate that word passable. There's no such thing as passable. We're all women, we're all
I agree with
beautiful women.
I agree.
And we all like trust and believe somebody has clocked me and has definitely has I've had every moment and every yummy girl. I don't call us trans girls. I know that my girl Raven calls us two spirit. I call us yummy girls.
uh,
For our XY chromosome, you got one Y chromosome, you got one X chromosome to make sure we yummy girl.
Hmm.
And I being a cam model, a guy that I was talking to over the internet and we were talking for a while. I didn't feel comfortable meeting him in person because I do have this secret. He's seen me on the website that I work on
So
as
let me
a
ask you
trans
this.
model.
So let me ask you this. So you say he didn't know what you was, or did he know what you was?
He, he didn't know at all. And
Okay.
my subscribers didn't know either. But it's kind of hard being on an adult website as a biological female and you're transgender, it kind of boxes you into certain categories. So
Yeah.
one day I was brave enough to switch it from female to transgender. And lo and behold, the one person I did not want to come on my stream was the one person that came on my stream. When he came on the stream and seeing my face, it didn't dawn on him that I was transgender. I didn't know that it was my online boyfriend, and I did a certain move, being a comfortable transgender pre-op, and he seen it and he was disgusted. He was disgusted. That was a month ago, and he has not spoken with me
Okay.
whatsoever. He does not respond to my conversation, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It breaks my heart, and it breaks every girl's heart. Like I love what Raven said. When they look at her, sometimes they see this sexual goddess because she's so beautiful inside and out. However,
Thank you.
sometimes when they look at me, they look at me and they see this wife, this girl, this mother of their children, and I can be that for them, but not in the way that they want. So it's such a disappointing feeling that I like this person, this person likes me, their family might like me, their friends might like me. However, they don't like I don't even know how to explain it, and it's
You
so
feel as
hurting.
though
It's
they would like you feel as though they would like you if they give you a chance. What was you gonna say, Kevin?
What?
What was you gonna
Oh
say?
no, I was
No, she
nothing.
feels
I
as
was
though
just
they would like her if they give
yeah.
her a chance, which most girls do. They feel as though if you give us a chance, you'd be surprised at what you're about to pass out. But unfortunately, we live in a world that society gets in men's head. Men are very weak. Men can't stand up. Men
Mm-hmm.
are the most cowardice work men in the world. Not all of them, but men are cowards. You got females that'll fight back. You got gay men that'll fight back. You got straight men that will run and hide or go home and get a gun and shoot you. At the end of the day, you can't get a straight man to sit
God
up there and say
forbid.
his truth. And the sad part about it is the people don't realize that the straight men are the ones having sex with the gay men and the two spirit women. They think that it's gay men that's having straight sex with the trans women and the gay men. No, these are straight men having sex with them. But unfortunately, people think people fit inside of a box. People are real people. You can't say this is where you're supposed to go. This is where you sit. No. Just because you feel as though this is the way they're supposed to go, that's not where they're supposed to go. These are real people.
That's right.
Nobody's supposed to be programmed to be a robot that moves the way you feel as though these people move.
Right, right.
Kevin?
I I agree. I mean, as I was thinking, I'm like, okay, there's not many of us transgenders men, right? But we're out there,
Right.
you know. But I think, like, I mean, like I know that this is kind of off topic, right? But I'm just thinking about, how to help when it comes to dating, right? If
Right.
you chose to date, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, I know that there's that one guy, right, that may not be that attractive, but likes you for who you are, but
Right.
you keep on, letting that dude go because you want something better or feel that something better is going to come, which it could, what I mean? But I'm thinking that, you know, to find complete happiness, right? Give that dude, give him a try. That dude who you passed on so many times, just give him a try because who knows? It might just end up being the best thing ever. You know what I mean?
But but you know what,
I mean,
Kevin? The
because,
thing about it, you can't start a relationship on lies.
oh no,
And
that's
I
true. That's true.
That's right.
and I understand the girls want to be loved. That's what it is. It gets down to just being loved and accepted. But for some reason, I feel as though when they feel as though they have to lie to finally get the love that they always wanted, How far are you willing to take this lie before he finally shows up or find out about you? Because somebody may know who you are and going to talk to him when you ain't around.
I'm
Mm.
yeah, I'm like, see,
My thing is that just be fair. This is the thing that gets me with the girls and stuff like that. My thing is this is that you want to be happy, but you want to start off with a lie. You want to have this great life and all stuff like that. My thing is this: you, as a woman, would be upset if a man took you to some place to kill you because he wasn't being fair to you. You, as a woman, be sad and feel like, oh my God, you set me up. When in the same breath, that's what you're doing to him. So don't sit back and have a fit when you got karma sitting in your face when you basically orchestrated the whole thing. You orchestrated what you got. And then there's ones like me that sit back and try to say, well, you know what? Y'all knew what she was. And at the end of the day, we know all the men don't know because we don't even know all the men. We don't even know all the girls are the girls. And
That's right.
we can't keep defending you when you constantly keep doing this type of thing. Because now we looking like stupid.
yeah,
Like,
But the
let's
other thing is,
like I said earlier,
go ahead,
I
mama.
mean, is that,
the other
well,
thing is there something, okay, is there a right for discretion? Is there a right to say, hey, this person likes me. Why do I have to disclose something that's so private to me? Because I hold that private. That's not something that I disclose like that. Just like the DL guy. He's not disclosing to his girlfriend that I'm DL. He's just going with his wife, getting married, living his happy life. And he has this secret to himself. Why? Like, I understand, disclosing once you feel comfortable, but a lot of the times,
To
like for
me,
instance, my ex-boyfriend or the boy that I was talking to online, he actively looked at transgender porn and stuff like that. I seen it for myself. However, when he seen me on this website as an open transgender, he cut me off in a relationship status and started sending me penis pictures and asking me all of this vulgar stuff. Why? I don't want that. I don't, and I know somebody said, oh, there are some guys that don't do that. But no offense, and I haven't seen every guy. There's 8 million to billion people on this world. But a lot of the guys that openly like transgender, and I'm going to be honest, if I'm a transgender woman and I want us to have an open dialogue, be weird as ever. They be drunks, they be alcoholics, they be users, want your money, want to lay up at your house.
listen,
They
mama, listen, yummy, let me tell you something. The reason why men get high and do all this stuff, because he's fighting with society and himself. Society telling him one thing and he's fighting himself. To get a man to stand up and say his truth is the hardest thing to do. Society already told him to be a man, you have to take pain. Shut up. Stop trying to cry. Don't do this. Don't do that. You have beaten him down so bad that he can't show who he is in front of the world. He can't cry. He can't show anything as a form of weakness. He can't do everything. So basically, they broke him down so bad. So here he is as a man that could stand in his truth. He already been broken down, and don't let him have a black mother. She already done broke it down. Oh, I don't raise
Mm.
any men. I don't do this. So he got those thoughts and everything. Here it is. He's attracted to you. He can't sit back and say, guess what I got? Because he hear things that people say about us behind our back, but they don't know what he's into. He hear things. People share things because people don't know what he's into. So he's not going to sit back and say, well, you know what? This is what I'm into because he knows he won't be accepted. So what he's going to do? He's going to sneak.
And we know that because I don't know about you guys, but when I was found out to be a transgender, my whole family. Now I've always been the person, like I told you, that guy. Everybody in the whole world has always called me she, her. I always have to tell them him, and my family knows that, but they still shunned me as if they didn't live with me my whole life, as if they didn't grow up with me. But that's just the world that we live in. That people like us are are shunned from society openly because of their fear of us. And I know that means that I should stand up and be braver so I can show my face and say, hey, I am one of these people that you shun. I am one of these people that you say are disgusting. I'm in this group too. But for me to do that is that's gonna lead me to open discrimination. And then for me not to do that, I could possibly still get killed by one of these transphobic men that just hate transgender women, or I could possibly be killed. I mean, not killed because I'm telling everybody I'm transgender and giving them a chance to openly, choose or discriminate against me openly. Because
That,
now I'm telling them, hey, I
that's
am
right.
this man that you think,
Kevin, did you want to say something?
and you can treat me this way.
Right, Kevin.
Um,
I
okay,
mean,
to go
I'm
off of
listening.
what she saying, I really think the safest way to do it is if you plan on going out with anybody, right? To screenshot that text and send it to how many people you know. You know what I mean? So therefore, if it was to ever come back to that bullshit of she tricked me, you have evidence, and so does everybody else. You know what I mean? Because I don't think a lot of women think about that. I mean, whether you're cis or trans, I don't think they think about sending sending the evidence to somebody else for just in case. And I think that that's where the mindset should be, instead of he looks good or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Because you still have to keep yourself, um, you know, what I'm saying, you have to look out for yourself. You know
But
what I
you know what
mean?
it is, Kevin? Sometimes people could treat you how to hate yourself. If people teach you how to hate yourself, it'll work even better. Because now, once they leave, they already know you hate yourself enough. There's no reason for them to stick around. And that's the reason why. But let me ask you this, Yummy. You said your pronouns are he. You said you got time to call you he.
Huh? I'm sorry.
You said kept calling. You said your family
What'd you
call
say?
you he. You said your pronouns. You said you kept telling everybody to call you he.
As a little girl, as a little child, because I didn't know. I knew that I seen myself as a girl. I knew that I in
That's
my
what I'm talking
personal
about.
time I always said she, but I also knew that growing up in the 80s and the 90s, if you're born with a penis, you're a
Got
boy,
it.
you
So
know?
let me ask you this.
So yeah, that's what they taught me.
Let me ask you this. Did
As
you
an
say
elder.
that because that's what you was programmed, or did you say that because that's what you felt? Because sometimes you could be programmed by your parents where you have a penis, so this is what you are.
Yeah, I said that because of them. That's why I was so thankful for that teacher in ninth grade. If it wasn't for that teacher, my music teacher in ninth grade, I would have
That's what I'm on.
always felt that way. I would have always said he. No, no, don't call me miss. Don't call me she. I'm a boy. And I would always say something like that because I didn't know how to even articulate that what I feel inside is a validated feeling. It is real. It is the truth. And in
Well,
my
my question,
in
well,
my life, mhm,
my question to you, Yami, is: did you say what you was told to say, or did you say what you felt? Because when you say, "Well, due to the fact you had a penis," that you should be saying, I'm a boy. So you're supposed to correct people. So this is the thing that parents do. When they feel as though you're born a certain way, they say, no, tell them this is what you are when they said it. So what you do is you repeat what you was told to be told when it's presented to yourself. Even though you knew who you was inside, but even though the parent didn't realize what you was or whom you was, they told you to say what you're supposed to say.
Bingo. And that's how it always is with everybody. Because if you in the 60s as a black person would say, no, I definitely deserve to be in the same restaurant with you and not have to sit on this side of the bus and not have to do these things, you were thinking radical. You're going against the protocol. And most people fell right into society where, hey, I am a second class citizen. And then there are other people that said, hey, you say I'm a second class citizen, but I have the same drive to work like you. I want a family and a house and good things just like you. So who says that you can get these things and I can't? We had people like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
Mhm.
and yes, they did have to die. They did have to get murdered
But I
for
don't know if
the
they. I
world
mean,
to
that's
say,
mama. That's a strong term to say they had to. My thing is,
I didn't
I
want
don't
to
think.
say they did. I'm not saying they did in my personal opinion. I'm just saying as far as what history shows that
I don't. To
unfortunately with
me,
them thinking in that
but
way
see,
during that
listen to
time,
me. Listen, mama. For me, I don't feel as
yeah,
though somebody has to die in order to get a point across. That's just my opinion. I don't feel as though they needed to die. My thing is this: they need to change their ways. And I don't feel as though anybody needs to die for you to change your ways. You just need to change your ways. No one needs to be murdered for you to understand somebody's point. Because it's not about you.
bingo. Nobody
And
needs
my
to be
thing,
a martyr.
go ahead, Kevin.
No, I was just agreeing.
No, the
You know,
thing
I was
about
just
because this is the thing. This is what I'm saying, Mom. I mean, yummy. This is the thing I'm saying because if we say that, if we latch onto that, that means the girls like us being murdered. We're saying, well, then somebody needs to die to understand why these girls are being murdered. Then they need to stop tricking them. And every girl is not tricking them, and we can't go to these girls and say, "Well, you in a relationship with dude? Did you deal with dude?" No, we can't ask her because she's already murdered. He already got rid of his speaker that could have sat back and put the light on everything. He been in a relationship with her, had sex with her. We can't ask her. He already made sure that, so he killed her. So the thing about it, we have to be careful when we use the words that somebody had to die, because everybody's going to latch onto that and use it for the defense, like the panic attack in New York City, that they feel as though if a girl that's a two-spirit woman speaks to a man in public, she feels as though he used the panic attack for basically to kill Isla Nettles, who was killed on the street, basically for speaking to a man in public. And once they figured out what she was, they started clowning the guy, and the guy had to what represent his manhood and felt as though she needed to die. And he punched her in the face, and she hit the ground. Shouldn't have died. Whether he meant to do it or not, the fact of the matter is she's still dead. He's about to get out. He's probably out now, and he's walking on the street. My thing is this: just because you was trying to talk to somebody and you felt attracted to somebody, so you want to hit somebody because you felt attracted to somebody, so you want to beat somebody up, and unfortunately,
insecurity.
facts,
Sorry.
and
Yes, Raven, say that. Raven, we need that spoken. Please
and
finish.
unfortunately, and unfortunately, a lot of females, not trans, females have been murdered the same way as
Period.
trans women. The sad part about it is the only reason why people are starting to listen, but not listening 100%, two spirit women are letting people know what they're doing to women. Now, even though trans women are starting to get more value, but a lot of biological females that's been killed, that's not getting no airplay at all. Nothing. Nobody's having a fit. Some of them do, but many of them don't. Breonna Taylor is not the only one that was killed. There are so many women has been killed. That's like the woman that was killed in Jersey City. Basically, a guy wanted to talk to her and stuff like that. He slapped her on the butt. She hit him for slapping on the butt. He killed her. Look how much airplay that got. No one's even talking about it. She's not a trans woman. She's a biological female, but she got murdered. I posted something on my Instagram about two biological women that went to the store and stuff like that. A man was harassing them. He kept calling them trannies, and it wasn't real women. Those were biological females, but they were tormented for being trans women. And then he came outside to attack them because he felt that they were trans women, but they were biological females. And when I say this, is because a lot of times trans women feel as though they're getting attacked because they're trans. No, you're being killed because you're a woman. This is what men been doing for years. When they make fun of Ike and Tina Turner, they laugh or eat the cake anime. Just imagine if you was anime, everybody's making fun of you and basically making fun of the fact that your man beat you up. Just imagine if that was you. Even though it's funny, everybody want to laugh, but this is a real woman in a real situation. Everybody knows that a lot of women has been beaten by their men. Let's be clear, not all men
That's
are
right.
bad. Not all men are bad, but unfortunately, a lot of women has been killed. A lot of women, and this is the sad part about it, is that how many times have you watched a black woman bring awareness of another black woman being murdered? They don't do it. That's why they keep saying women need to stick together with women. Women are not doing that. The one thing I can honestly say about the two-spirit women, we're making a lot of noise, but at the end of the day, we keep saying because of we're trans. No, it's because you're a woman. They're killing you because you're a woman. And we're not even
Yeah.
going to black and black crime, but the fact of the matter is that men kill women and women kill men. But the simple fact of the matter is that when you give up that male, what's they call it, seniority or that male privilege, you're stepping into a whole nother world. And it's an old saying, you never know what nobody going through until you walk in their shoes. Now I understand when girls say, I want to be loved. I mean, but see, this is the thing about it. If you was gay before you transition, you're used to a certain thing. Straight men, I hate to say this, and y'all may get mad, but straight men are the weakest men in the world. Gay men will fight for their man. Women will fight for the
Mm.
man. Straight men will not do it. And I say this, I mean all of them, but they won't. Because who you think is having sex with these trans women? Straight men. You could call them gay, you could call them anything you want, but trust and believe, he is attracted to a woman. He's not attracted to a man. And you can call him out his name because you feel it was funny, you will make fun of him, but he is a straight man. Kevin.
Kevin, what you feel?
Uh, what?
But it's the truth, right, Kevin?
What?
Straight
Oh yeah. I mean, I
man.
think that most stories are very insecure. I think. I mean, I mean, it just takes someone who's strong really to be able to fight
It's difficult
for,
because you got a lot of birds. In order for you to stand forward, you got to be eagle. Like you, Kevin, you're an eagle. And let's be honest, you're an eagle, but you know you got a bunch of birds. A lot of men behind you that mess with the girl will make fun of you, but then still you have to catch them out there in order to catch them. But they ain't gonna tell.
Now, tell the
They not.
truth, shame the devil.
They'll get a
I mean,
biological female, they'll beat her up, they'll give her babies, they don't care nothing about her, and he's in the club doing other things. Because I always say, who do you think is having sex with these trans women? Straight men. But for some reason, oh, they're really gay. No, it's your man, honey. It's your man who say, I can't
Hmm.
stand them things, them so and so and so and so. Do you honestly think he can't stand them? No, he's throwing you off his scent. He's trying to be smart. A bank robber never goes to a bank and say, I'm about to rob you. They walk into the bank and say, hello, put some flowers and some donuts. Then they come in and rob you because they already made
Hmm.
a place as a friend. Anyway, let's move forward. Let's talk
good.
about the fact of the matter is that girl was inside the store and basically a veteran. Kevin, you have reported it on your channel about a girl went inside the store and the veteran felt as though she was
Yeah,
not passed. Go
yeah.
ahead, Kevin.
I believe she was on the board of something, right? But because she was trans, the veteran, who says that he fought. for this, but at the same time won't let her shop, right? I'm like, he said well, he had a sign, something that said, let's say, if you have a dick, then you can shop here or stuff or some shit,
Mm,
right? Because like I didn't get the whole thing, but I got like the main part, but no, the whole time he's just telling her that she's not a woman, and it was pretty much a back and forth, just like he's seen, but
right.
I mean that that right
Oh,
there, it makes me wish, right, that that there was a place that was really just meant for trans women to be able to shop. What I mean? So therefore, they don't gotta bother nobody. What I mean? But they carry the same stuff. I mean, like I really wish that there were stores like that because I'm honestly tired, just like y'all are tired of being harassed. What I mean?
right.
Just
I'm
because
sorry.
you
I
go
just
to the
say this.
store,
Okay,
huh?
here's Kevin's channel. Give me a second, Kevin. Here's Kevin's channel right here. I want you all to join Kevin's channel. Here is the story that he's talking in reference to. Please join his channel. It's right here. This is Kevin's channel. Please join his channel. He's basically speaking as a trans woman harassed by a veteran because he's trans. He reported this story August the 6th, 2021. Please join his channel, get his numbers up. And at the end of the day, he definitely is a two-spirit supporter. And I want y'all to subscribe to his channel, stuff like that. He reports a lot of things about to the girls, stuff like that. I'm sorry, Kevin, go ahead. I just wanted them to see the video
Oh
so
yeah,
this
yeah.
way they can understand where you're going. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, but that was mainly it, though. I mean, I'm just, I mean, tired. I'm like, we're all human beings at the end, right? So why does it matter?
Right. So what happened was when the girl went inside the store, she was doing some shopping. The man felt as though she should be inside of there. He basically was harassing her, telling her she didn't look passable. She didn't look like a woman. He followed around the store and she asked him to get away from him, get away from her. And basically he was just being just really, belligerent and stuff. He followed her to the store to the fact that she got up out of there. He said, "You don't look like a woman. I fought in a veteran. I'm a veteran. I fought in the war and stuff like that. And basically for you, my thing is this is that it's really sad that when you come to a place where if you fought for war for me, to let me be a person that can shop inside of a store. And unfortunately, when it came down to it, he basically harassed her. And even not only at insult to injury, he came all the way out the store to harass her. She did
Right.
not she did not hit him or hurt him, which she could have because he was very old. And unfortunately, in his defense, veteran has been treated very badly because simple fact of the matter, they fought in the war and they had to go back to work after fighting in the war. And it was not given the proper parade and accolades after they come back from the war. So they haven't been treated fairly being a veteran. So the world has really, you know, and unfortunately, being a marginalized community, you take it out on the wrong one because that's the world we live in. You pick on someone that's safe, but you should pick on the one that's basically got you in a situation that you're in because it's unfair, it has a better, but you shouldn't pick on her. It's not her fault what happened to you. You should be blaming the government. You should be blaming the other people on. But unfortunately, we live in a world where I know if I say this to you, you're not going to do nothing to me. I feel safe attacking you. And it's unfortunate inside.
But I think that it just goes right back, to him being a child and most likely his dad, you know, tell you know telling them don't be a sissy and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I think it goes back there too. You know what I mean? Because he had a lot of hate, with his voice. like a lot of
I'm,
hate.
the thing about it is, I'm not trying to take up for him because I'm not, but I get it only because I don't like what he did. Let me just say this for the record. What he did, I agree with you, Kevin, was wrong. But if you was in a war and you watching your friends being shot and killed in front of you and their dead bodies is in front of you, a lot of times you're shell shocked. And mentally, even though he's standing in front of you, he not be mentally all there. And the simple fact of the matter is that he is probably angry, ain't had the therapy, ain't had nothing. Then he comes back to America, if he's speaking the proper way. They got spit on. They was treated really bad when they came back. I don't know if you know about the history of that. But what happened was they wasn't treated with the proper parade or celebration. They was treated really bad. So he has misguided anger to the wrong person, which people do all the time. And it was unfortunate, it was unfair, and he was old. So he fought in a really old war, probably before both of our parents. So his mind is not present before you, if that
Mm,
makes sense.
yeah.
Because the thing about it is, when you're in a war, I could just imagine, because I can't say being in a war and you're on the ground and watch your best friend dead next to you, and you crawl on the ground, they shooting and stuff. You're in trauma mode. You're in trauma. Then when you finally get out the war, you come back, and then the people you were fighting for are spitting on. They spit it on them. They treated them like dirt because they felt that they used drugs during war. But what did y'all do? Y'all didn't do anything, but these veterans did. Y'all treated them so bad when they came back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not siding with him, you know what I'm saying? But I understand that maybe well, I do understand he shouldn't have did it to her. He got misguided anger to the wrong person. It was still as wrong what he did. But a lot of times, if you're talking to people that's not mentally available, even though you and I could talk to him, he don't hear us. He don't hear us. All he hear is guns shooting across his head. All he's seeing is dead bodies. And even though you could shake him like, yo, you listen, you out of there. But he still hasn't left. Does
Mm.
that make sense? So I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
mean, it makes sense.
I'm not agreeing what he did. I agree with you, cousin, 1,000%. He was wrong. But unfortunately, we got misguided anger. It's misdirected anger. Make misdirected anger to the wrong person. That's the same one I say with the girls who say, well, you with me, you DL, why can't be me? My thing is this. You're inviting him to a whole new world that he's not know nothing about. He looking at a man that's built, got a built body, mustache and beard, and you calling him your sister. Now, as a straight man, he's like, how is that your sister? And he got a mustache. Is you fronting? Is you having sex with this man? So here it is. He's looking at this whole thing like, oh, you trying to set me up. You trying to play me.
Mhm.
Now, you as a two-spirit one in the gay world, you're not realizing what you're stepping him into. He's supposed to just accept everything that you're bringing to him. You're not being fair to him because he doesn't know about this world. There's a whole new world for him. And a lot of girls are not willing to take him through the steps.
Mhm.
He's a real person. He's a straight man. He doesn't know why is this built man built than him, got a mustache and built, and you calling that man your sister. How is he your sister? Because he's like the girl. No, how is this your sister? Is you playing me? Is you trying to trick me? Is you sleeping with him? And with us, we're like, oh, we get it. But to a straight man, he don't get it. It don't make sense to him. I love him. Kevin.
What?
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, I was listening.
No, I'm
I
talking.
was
I'm talking.
listening.
Listen, first of all, you straight, and you walk into this whole LGBT thing, and I know you was shocked with what you saw, and then they meant about your sister. You like your sister. Think about it. When you walked in
No,
the door,
actually, you know what? To be honest, all right, this is really what I did. When I I guess first started to embrace, right? I told myself, look, I'm g- I'm just going in there like head first. You know what I mean? It's like I because I know that you know even though it's on Earth, but this world that we call the LGBTQ plus com- community is a little different. You know what I mean? So I went in knowing that. So therefore, how can I say? Okay, so I wasn't surprised by anything. You know what I mean?
You was
You know,
prepared.
yes, I was prepared, so I wasn't. Well, I don't. I guess you could say I kept prepared, so I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean? I mean, plus, I mean, just growing up, I mean, I've seen gay men and cross dressers just on the street. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the thing, I think I was shocked then, but as I grew older, I was like, oh well. You know what I mean?
You
It
was over.
is what it is. Yeah, I'm like, it is what it is. I mean, that actually it opened my eyes to see that everybody is not the same.
Well, when I first came out, and I had a boyfriend that was neighborhood, and I went to a gay club and I saw two men kissing. I thought I was gonna throw up. I was like, oh hell, never mind. You, I had a boyfriend. When I saw it in front of me, I thought I was gonna throw up. I was like, oh, no, I don't like this. This is disgusting. Never mind. You had a boyfriend. Then when I stepped into this world, Oopala land, I went into a trans bar, which I thought was just a gay bar, and I saw a bunch of women inside the bar. And I asked my friend, why is all these women in the bar? They was like, Raven, they're not women. I said, what do you mean? It's like they're not real women. A gay guy told me this. So I was like, how is this possible? Because I'm looking at it look like women. I was like, why is women
Mm,
in a gay bar? And they was like, Raven, it was like women. So I'm confused and I'm looking because the gay men love to put the girls on blast. But but the gay men love to go after the street. But at that time I was still, Upala land. So I didn't know a lot about this world. So I was real gullible. I was dumb to everything. So I'm looking at them when they told me, first thing you do is stop talking. And then you start looking. And now you're looking at everybody because now you're confused. How could you look like that and be what they saying you are? And when I got into the whole thing, I thought that I'd be dating gay men. I didn't know how to date straight men. I know you like, wait, what did you think? Duh. I didn't get the memo. I thought it'd be dating gay men. And then when I did started dating men, I thought they were gay. Then I found out they was all straight. So now I'm
mm,
confused. So I'm like, well, why would you be in a, you know, and then I have to learn these are real people. They do not go like robots. Just because you feel as though a person's supposed to do this, don't mean that person's supposed to do that. You have to let people live their life and stop making them put into a box like you feel as though, just like a gay man could date a trans woman, just like a
mm.
lesbian could date a trans woman. It's not a rule. These are real people who like what they like. So I have to learn
Yeah, so did I.
that.
Like so did I. Even though like I went in there head first. I'm saying, oh, that's gun ho. I still had to learn. You know what I mean? Still had to
I'm
learn. I was
still
like,
learning,
crazy, crazy. I mean,
and I'm
oh
still
yeah.
learning. The thing that gets me is it's too many levels, it's too many things, and on top of that, everybody says they're trans. Everybody, which is not true. You know it, Kevin. Everybody ain't, but they always say they are. But who am I to say that they're not? Like, who am I to say that they're not? They're biological females who got a mustache and a beard. So when I see a
Mm,
girl like myself, I feel like, no, well, you shouldn't do that. But then I learned that there are biological females that has the thing in their front that's almost like a penis. Like it's so much I've learned that I didn't want to learn, but I learned it.
Hello.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
add.
but I think it's good to learn, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but oops, the thing about it is that I learned it the hard way. I didn't know,
Gotcha.
and I don't know. Anything else anybody else want to share? Because we've been on here for an hour and 23 minutes. I said an hour, but anything else you want to share, Kevin or Yummy?
I do want to share one thing. Like for
Oh,
now, it's not your fault, Kevin, because they put a lot of different people into the transgender umbrella, and you had said, a cross dresser, and all of those things, and a lot of the times that's why girls don't tell the fact that they are transgender if it's not obviously known that they're transgender already. Because when they do tell that they are transgender, to a lot of straight identifying guys or guys that identify as straight,
Mm.
they assume automatically cross dresser, man with wig on, flamboyant gay guy. And that is something that we're totally not. It's totally what we are not in our brain. We wish we could cross dresser. We wish we could be like a saucy Santana and not feel like we're in the wrong body. Some girls feel that way, or feel like, hey, when somebody misgenders us or looks at us as a male, it makes us feel uncomfortable. A
Yeah,
drag
I mean,
queen basically
well,
gets paid to put on females' clothing, and they take the clothing off at night, so they don't identify as female. So if you call a drag queen a man with a wig on, he's not going to even care most likely because he's a drag queen. He's happy with his gender.
yeah, but
And me, I can't speak.
but
Mhm.
it's still a great area, Yummy, because there are a lot of girls who live as girls but not calling themselves trans. They call themselves men. I know a lot of
And
girls live as
that's some
girls.
kind of self hatred, or do you think that's just how they identify?
No, they don't. See, this is the thing about it. We all don't fit the box. I think his name, I forget his name. I know Jeffree Star, they live women's clothes all the time, but they don't identify as female. They identify as men. So how are society supposed to understand which is which? You're dressing like a woman, you got your nails,
Female.
everything done, and then you saying you a man. Don't call me a woman, I'm a man. I saw this guy on Tyra Banks. She did a makeup thing, and he said, I think his name was Alex. I'm not sure, but he's a makeup artist, and he calls himself a man. He said, I understand y'all keep saying I'm trans, but I'm not. Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner is a crossdresser. She's not trans. That's why she identifies so much as being male. That's why she identifies as far as if you're not born a biological female, then you shouldn't compete in Olympic sport. However, they got biological females that have too much testosterone that they don't want them to compete in the sports.
That's
And these
right.
are and these are biological females.
yeah. Now, when I was saying, when I was, excuse me, when I was talking about a cross dresser, you have to remember though too. Okay, that I was at least 8 years old. You know what I mean? So some, seeing someone who has a beard and a mustache wearing a wig and a dress. You know what I mean? That's not talking about now. That's talking about when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So, like, that there, I just wanted to clarify that.
But the thing about
Kevin, do you see
let me ask you this,
attractive
Yami.
man?
Yami, let me ask you
Huh?
this.
I'm ready.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel that the same men that feminine guys could pull trans women men? I'm talking about the ones that act really girly, the feminine energy. They don't get no work done. They live as men, but they can pull out men. She's here. Can you hear me, Yummy? Yummy. Okay. But you notice that, Kevin, that a lot of times, the guys who act really feminine, they could pull our men. Well, I should say our men. I mean those men, because ain't no our men here.
Yeah,
Can you hear
you're
me?
talking about like the Jeffree Stars of the world, right?
No, but they don't do no
Or
the ones that could look like you, but they act more girly and no girl, the feminine energy. They got the this and that, and they could pull out men.
mm,
But I can't say now, but they could pull the same men we pull.
I couldn't tell you how they do it, but they
Crossdressers
do it.
do what they do as a hobby and a job. Trend is a way of life. I don't really consider crossdressers trans. I don't either. Um, they're biological females who denied their participant in the sports. That's true. We talked about that. Anything else? No, but the thing about it is that listen, the umbrella is very big. I just don't feel as though certain people should be underneath it. But who am I to police anybody for what I think they need to be? My thing is that if you like it, I love it. I don't really care why you live your life. It's not my business. Unfortunately, I feel as though the ones who really don't live that life is gonna mess up the ones who really do live that life. Because when it comes down for bathrooms and jobs, stuff like that, they discriminate against us because they feel like, well, y'all all the same, so I put y'all in the box. And we're all not the
Mhm.
same because we don't flip flop, if that makes sense.
Yep, makes sense.
I don't know. Anyway, so you back with us? Anyway, anything else you want to share, Kevin? Because I'm about to wrap this up.
No, no. We could go ahead and wrap it up. No, I mean, no, because look, because my damn screen is frozen right now.
Your scream is frozen? I mean, frozen.
My screen is
Oh,
frozen.
well, you know what? It's all good. Anything else you want to share about anything you want to talk about the girls? I understand you don't like the fact that girls tricking men and they set the girls back because you said they set the girls back because the girls that's basically being fear and the ones that mess up everything. That's all people want to do is look at those type of things to sit back and say that's why y'all being murdered. So, all right then. I guess that's it, everybody. We're finished. Thank you, Yummy, and thank you, Kevin. I guess it's closing down. And everybody's let me just get my Raven over YouTube channel. And I appreciate you all for coming out and stuff. Um, and thank you for participating. The thing about it is that I feel as though within our community, you can't get upset if people don't know. What I try to do is share information the best way I can. Do I know everything? Absolutely not. But I do try to get everybody's point of view and I try to be fair when it comes down to this because everybody's different and we all don't fit in a box. We all don't fit in a box. We're real individuals. We all come many different ways. And also, we're not perfect. We do the best we can, the best way we can. And I thank you all for showing up. And remember, there's my YouTube channel and stuff. And if anybody want to come on Haps with me, I'm gonna give you the Haps link right here. So if you want to join in on the Haps when I talk about a lot of different subjects and stuff, please join. So this way, you could be a person that can basically sit up here on this platform. You could talk back and share your point of view, just like Yummy did. She didn't show her face. I always said this before. You could come on live. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show anything. Just be real and don't be mean. I want to be positive. I don't want to be a kind of person that want to attack people. I just want to get a kind of person to link the bridge together, a better understanding. If you're a person that's anti-trans or anti, I'll participate. Join in the channel. Let's have the conversation. Maybe we get you the idea, look at things more differently. And maybe you could be an ally to say, you know what, I didn't know this. We're not perfect. I know I'm not. And I learned a lot through everybody. And I appreciate everybody that joined. So everybody have a blessed and safe night. I love you guys and be safe. And share the video when you can.